all right. Tenemos la comadre Liz Garcia. ¿Cómo estás, comadre?
Hola, Daniel, ¿cómo estás? Gracias por tenerme aquí en tu show. Muy contenta de estar de regreso contigo.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back in the Tejano Spotlight Radio podcast as well. Like, híjole, a brand new format for us.
Congratulations.
Yeah, now that we have the podcast, híjole.
It's all about growth, and congratulations for that.
Well, we both grew. También, like, I noticed you from we basically grew together with the station.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, we met on Facebook, and, how long ago?
7 years, actually, now. 7 going on 8 this October.
Híjole. And then seeing from Facebook Live hasta, like, you have to give these listeners a little background about you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't come from music. I started 7 years ago, exactly 7 years ago. I guess you can say I come out of Facebook. This is a dream that I've always wanted to do, but I guess I always kept it more on the down low, secret. Since I don't come from music, when I was younger, there was no funds for music lessons, for voice lessons, for any of that. So I secretly wanted to do it. I'm that kid up on the rooftop, seeing a shooting star, making a wish. I want to be a singer one day. But of course, that's my secret. Nobody knows about it. Fast forward to 7 years ago, all through my teenage years, I would get sick often, and my throat, and it finally dawned on me, it was happening too often for me. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something about this, because if I never do this, it's never going to happen. What if something does happen to my voice and, something doesn't happen to me? But I didn't know where to start. So, when we would sing, we would be singing outside with my mom when we were probably like 5 years old. But that's nothing professional, that's just in the backyard with my mom, my sisters. And, coming from that to, I'm a music lover, I would always be switching the dial on the radio, like from station to station. So I have a little jukebox on my noggin for all the music that I've listened to throughout the years. And, I just love music, but I wouldn't do anything about it. So 7 years ago, when I started kind of getting worried about that, I said, you know what, I'm going to write a song. I'm going to sing it myself. I'm going to professionally record it, put it out there, send it to a radio station, and my dream is complete. Whatever happens to my throat, if there's anything wrong, it'll happen. So I didn't know how to go about this. I didn't know anything. I'm coming from nothing, no music experience as far as the other side of the music. I'm the fan. I'm on the side of the fan, and I know, I'm a really good critic, and I really love the music, and I can tell you which one's good, which one's bad, but I've never been on the other side of it. So, I would, we sing in the shower, like I think everybody does. And from there, I said I need to first, before I put myself out there, I need to first find out if, what I have is something that I can actually pursue. So I sing. My sister gets a machine, and I can't wait to go to my sister's often, because I wanted to go and sing. I sang the first time, and I started getting the little itch to continue, and I'm like, okay, but I can't be going every day over there for them to let me sing there. So I did a couple of times, and then after that, I said, okay, well, I can't afford one myself, so I'm gonna go look into karaoke. So I go to restaurants, and I get brave, and I go up there, and to my surprise, people like what they heard, and being that I don't come from music, I was like, okay, I need to continue this. I need more feedback on this. So it got expensive. I did the karaoke a few times. It got expensive because you have to consume, and of course it was me and my family. and I couldn't do it anymore. And before any of that, I don't like contests at all. Mm-hmm. But before any of that, they had a karaoke contest, and they came up to me and they signed me up, and I'm like, what? I just like sang like in 3 karaoke, and it's probably been like one song at each one. But they had heard me before, the people that were signing people up, and I'm like, sure, I'll do it. So I went, and no, I didn't like it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was singing, so I was participating, and I missed one day, and then when I missed, I found out that I was kicked out. So I was like, all right, that's fine. So I still wanted to continue doing it. I still wanted to sing. So for those of you out there that don't know, I bake. It's not my passion, but I bake. And I'm not like a professional baker where I can make you this and this. No, just the basics. Enough to get me a bake sale.
Hey, that's good enough.
Yeah, so I started doing bake sales, and I bought myself a machine so I can practice here at the house. I want to continue doing this. So I had the day job, the Monday through Friday job, and I had the family, the housewife duties, all of that. And then once I was done, putting the kids to sleep, like, hey, I'm ready for school, the homework, coming from work, the food, everything, everything that a woman does. After that, I will be practicing. I would practice till like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I had to wake up the next day all over again at 5:30. So I did that for a while. But then I'm like, okay, there's nobody listening to me. I need to know if this is good. So I continue doing it. And then Facebook Live comes about. Let me tell you, when I tell you that I'm brave, you best believe that I am. Because singing live on Facebook has got to be the hardest thing that you can get yourself in. Like, that's the hardest door to knock on.
Oh yeah.
And because you just don't know who's behind that screen watching you, and you're prone to get all kinds of criticism. And then of course, I don't come from music, so yeah, I had it tough, and you know that.
Oh yeah.
You got to see it, and you got to hear it sometimes. And so I started singing Facebook Live, and I started getting a lot of negativity, but I want to say 80% was positive and the other 20% was negative. So I said, okay, I'm onto something. So then I can do this. So I continue doing that while I'm trying to pursue the dream of writing my song, singing it, recording it, and put it on the radio. So, like I said, I'm not about contests at all. I don't like to compete. I don't like to compete with anyone. That people put me in competitions and they're competing with me, that's on them, because I'm not following along. I'm not falling for it. I don't like competition at all. That's why I'm not in sports. So, as I'm singing, I start getting, like, of course not meeting, but getting to acquaintance. Like, I get a lot of acquaintance, like a lot of people. Like, I start getting a lot of people on Facebook that like what I do, that believe in what I'm doing. And I get this message from this good friend from California, and she tells me, there's a contest going on. I want you to try it out. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't. She's like, yeah, you can. No, I can't. Just try it. Just try it. I'm like, I'm not about contests. I can't do that. So it was just me. Like, I guess I could do it all along. It's just that I hadn't tried it. So I go and I do the auditions. It's called Tejano Idol, which for everybody out there, they're doing auditions already. If you're interested in doing it, it's in Austin, Texas, Tejano Idol. So and I go and I try out, and to my surprise, I'm one of the 16 finalists, and I'm like, wow, for not coming from music, for not knowing anything, I did it, I made the cut, 16. Wow. And of course, these people, they go all over the place and they do auditions, and out of everybody that they auditioned, I was one of the top 16. I was like, okay, so I guess I'm not that bad. So at the same time, I'm already writing I already wrote my song, and I didn't know I was a songwriter. I just wanted to write something and I wanted to sing it. Of course, I had a little bit of help from one of my good friends, Charlie, from Super Sueño, que en paz descanse.
Oh yeah.
My producer Roberto Arista Briones, I had a little. They kind of guided me on how to do. Nomás como que me decían, pero nomás me aventaban. No, they wouldn't hold me by my hand and take me.
Oh
And
yeah.
everything I learned it on my own, guys, by actually researching, hands on, and like trial and error. That's how I've learned. And gracias a todo eso, now I know what I know. So I participate in this Tejano Idol, and I don't place at all, nothing. And to me, to me, it was like, a mí me gana mucho la emoción. Like, I get really sentimental because when I was younger, like I said, I'm all about music. I would see these shows. Like, we think, like, in our mind, even at my age, I would still think, like, people that win a contest have it going on. Like, oh my God, their dreams came true and this and that. So stuff like that came about when I didn't win. And I mean, of course, I didn't expect to. I wasn't ready. That was my very first time on stage in front of a lot of people, in front of the actual industry. They were the ones that were judging from not coming from anything. And then once they get to my judging and they tell me, well, all you have to do is fix this. And to my surprise, I was like, shoot, I'll run with it. Yeah. I can do this. So that was, to me, that was the green light. Like, you can do this. You can definitely do this. So that's how it starts for me. And then from Austin, I started getting calls for like benefits and stuff like that, and I would take it. Hey, Liz, you want to sing over here? Sure. You want to sing over here? Sure. Vámonos. I was all over the place singing because I wanted that feel from the crowd. I wanted the experience. I wanted the feedback. I want to see the reaction of people and all of that. So that's how it starts for me, doing all of that. And 7 years later, here I am. I'm the Hana Music Award winner with 3 albums.
Yeah.
Singer-songwriter. That's how it all started.
And of course, the TTMA award winning, like that year when I seen that you were winning, I'm like, oh my God, like that, like it happened, like TTMA award winner. I was like, I told her.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, I can see when I started, like the first 6 months into the industry, into the genre, I already kind of knew where everything was going to head, like how everything was going to go. And that's when I decided, what, it has to be my way, the way I do things. Whether people like it or not, it's going to have to be my way. And, luckily, the fan base decides that they're the ones that voted, because not only am I the Tejano Music Award winner, but in 2019, I was the top 5 for the Tejano Music Awards. And then the following year, my music video made it to the top 21 out of 50 for my original song, Es Mejor Decir Adiós. And the 2021, I was top 5, and then, of course, I won the award. So, and of course, I've won several awards out there. Best of the City of San Antonio twice in a row. Sonica Radio TV in Chicago. Platform award or something like such, music platform award or something like that. I mean, I have several awards out there. But like I said, it all came down to my fan base. I interacted so much with the fans that they got to know Liz Garcia as a person, and I think a lot of that has also helped with everything that I'm doing, everything that I've accomplished. Because I mean, they play a big role in my journey.
And of course, you are very close to the fans, and that's one of the things I love about you, is because no matter what, I always see you interact with the fans, even when I go and I see you live, or like the last time I seen you live was at an event, and it was like, okay, you went, talked to the fans, you got close to the fans, and that means a lot to me. And just the way that you interact on Facebook with the fans, like it's awesome. And I'm like, this is how, like, just the way the industry changed, because you see a lot of the artists that aren't interacting, and I'm like, interact, like these people are paying you good money, these people are buying your music, interact with them.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, in my opinion on all of this, I was a fan once, and I would have wanted my artist to say hi, Liz, something, or like my comment or whatever when I was just a fan. So I said I'm gonna try to do what my favorite artists wouldn't do that I wanted them to do to a point, because I mean, even though it's a really good thing, it's also a bad thing,
Yeah.
because it doesn't, it creates that, it kind of breaks that boundary where some people take it too far as to how close they can get. So I'm very careful of what I do share. I mean, most of the things that I share on Facebook is mainly my thoughts, anything with music, stuff like that, like in me selling merch, stuff like that. Like I try to keep my private life out of it, um, because it has become, sometimes it can become a problem.
Oh yeah.
So it's a good thing and it's also a bad thing. But in this point in time, especially like in this nowadays, that's exactly how you're gonna keep your fan base, by doing that.
Yeah. And
Uh, and it's not easy. It's not easy doing that because you could be live and there'll be somebody telling you like crazy things on there, and you're like, I'm only human, okay?
yeah.
So I try to keep my cool all the time. I try to if once in a while it'll get under my skin, I will say something about it, but most of the time I try to ignore it and try to delete it right then and there. The block button is my best friend.
Oh yeah. I think it is for a whole bunch of us.
Yeah, and I hate to do that because I like to give everybody a chance out there. I hate to just cut people off and not give them another chance, But then there's some people that that you just can't, and it's over and over. It's like you block them from one place and they come on another, or they make another account and you still come back and start nagging. But for the most part, I have a good relationship with everyone. Um, I I like to laugh, but I mean business, and I think everybody knows that about me. I'm all about respect. I know there's some comments on there that like, whoa, but
Yeah.
if I come across them, they're going to be deleted and the person's going to get blocked. So that's why I try to communicate with them and tell them, you know what, I'm here. I'm here to talk. This is the best way to communicate with me. Tell me hi. I'll tell you hi. But just keep it respectful. And if you can't be respectful, that's it. I can't have you here.
Yeah, and
So
that.
I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, but I guess I work with people all my life, and I kind of know how to maneuver that to a point.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people don't understand too, especially like you're your own company. You have been your own company for a while now. Like the last time we talked, like you have been like amazing at like you and Margot and marketing and you know me and marketing. I just love marketing. So it's like
Yeah.
just the way that you're marketing things and you're handling business is like okay, like Liz, I see you. Like
Yeah, I guess a lot of people think that because how I do things, and I mean, I am a businesswoman. I've told everybody since day one, even though my demeanor is shy, quiet, or whatever, I do mean business, and I'm not here to play around. I made this a career. Once I decided to leave my job, this is a career, and I'm not here to play. It is about business. So you do have me present all my fan base with merch, with Garcia merch, like an image, marketable, that I'm trying to make it a household name. And that's exactly what I'm working on. Margot's really good about understanding my vision, and she's really good about helping me out with all of that.
oh yeah, Margot and the promotion and just uh being there too. Yeah, it's really good having Margot there and just her vision as well with you and just seeing the way that things are. I'm like Liz and Margot are doing a really awesome job. Like I'm very
Thank
impressed
you.
by it.
Thank you. And it's not easy, like I tell you. I mean, we do we do vent to each other because there's always something that we don't approve of. like we're talking about it, we vent about it and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't go on social media.
Yeah.
So my model is to be as professional as you can be. Like I said, I am human. I will slip one of these days. I'll slip sometimes, but for the most part, I try to be as professional as I can, the best way I know how. Yeah, there might be somebody else more professional than I am. It's okay. This is my business. This is how I run things. This is how I want things. And this is what I want people to remember me by. So I'm pretty serious about it. And when it's coming down to something I said or something that was posted, when somebody else is posting something, there's really not much I can do. Sometimes it will get under my skin, and I do. It's been probably 2 or 3 times that I go and reply, but most of the time I don't. It's more of a delete and block thing for me. But it's something that I want for my business. It's something that I want for it to grow and for it to be known. I want people, when they hear my name, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, she's not playing around. She means business. So that's really what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, and of course, I'm just so happy too that you're on your third album. Like that's yes. A big achievement.
Self-funded, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Like that's just so cool that you are on your third album. And it's awesome. Like every single track, and of course, like it continues on with the storyline.
Yeah.
And of course, just explain to people that whole thing with the storyline of your albums from the first one to this latest one, and it's like, yeah, this story is awesome, and it's taking us on an awesome journey.
Thank you. That's the plan. Thank you so much.
And with this album, like, what's some of your favorite tracks off of the album?
Well, of course, all my originals. Every album I do have, I have written 21 songs out of the 30 that are on the platforms. Like I said, I didn't know I was a songwriter until I wrote my first song, and then I continue writing and writing. So 21 songs. But every album it contains 10 songs, and the first album, Había una vez, has 8 originals, and then the second one has 7 originals, Una Estrella, and then Pisando Fuerte has 6 originals. And the only reason it has that, and it's probably decreasing because I'm in love with these covers, the covers that I sing. I want to make them my style. But everybody that's listening out there, most of these songs are Pop Internacional, songs that are his Garcia favorites, and I want to sing them my way. So I want to say from Pisando Fuerte, I want to say Me Dejaste is one of them. It's an original. Adiós, that's another original. Te Confieso. So, I mean, of course, I love all my songs, but from the originals, I think those were the ones that I love.
Like for me, Adiós, yeah, that gets you.
Yes, it does.
The first time I heard it, I'm like, híjole.
Like, ¿por qué está chillando la Liz Garcia? And see, one thing about, it's funny because people think that I write these songs because of my experiences and all that. So, I mean, I'm trying to bring you the storylines from other people, like experiences, stories or things that people confide in Liz Garcia, and I start writing about it. Like the way my songs are born most of the time, they come to me and it's weird because they come to me. They come to me, or the melody pops up in my mind. Like when I'm trying to go to sleep, it's probably 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning for the most part. And I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. And I get up and I record whatever came to mind and I write it down. Sometimes I finish the song right then and there and I stamp it with the time and the date. And sometimes I just get that, catch it, and then come back and elaborate, and then the song's born. So I'm a storyteller by nature. So I guess a songwriter, I didn't know I was a songwriter, so it comes easy being that I do like that. I was really good at my essays when I was in school, coming up with little stories and stuff. So yeah. So I mean, I put all of that together, or things that I see for myself. I see it and I put it together in a story, and that's how it becomes a song.
And of course, like you mentioned the melodies. So do you like just hum the melody? Like how do you keep reference of the melody?
Well, I mean, when it first comes to me, it's like it. I'm like, okay, I'm picturing it, and then I have to record it so I won't forget it. And once I record that part, that's when I just send it to my producer, and then he kind of goes from there. Like he needs that, and then from there he'll start with the rest. So I mean, I'm glad it comes like that because most of these songs, the melody that it has, he's been real good about keeping it.
Yeah, and that's an awesome gift too. Like I like songwriter and like almost a composer as well. So that's awesome. Okay, that's another skill that we didn't talk about before. Híjole.
Yeah, and something new that I started doing. A good friend of mine, a freestyle artist, Stephanie Bennett.
Oh yeah,
I did
awesome.
help her. I helped her translate 2 songs. Because of course, she sings in English, but she started adding Spanish to some of her songs. So the first one I did for her was "Hard on the Run," and she has a new one coming out. I don't know if she already released it, but the new one is titled "Alone," and the Spanish version is "Luis Garcia." So, I mean, I'm not singing it with her, but that's if you go and you listen to the Spanish part of it, that's me. So that's another thing that I didn't know that I know I could do it. I can.
It's like achievements unlocked.
Yeah, I know. Como dicen, another character unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Well, I'm just like, I'm so proud of you. Like, just seeing you throughout your career. And of course, like, every single album we do an interview, or up and coming single, we do an interview. And I'm just glad because this is the first time that you're on the podcast part of it. And,
yeah, it's exciting.
And of course, like, just being able to go and put you into these other markets, and that's what I love is with Tejano, Conjunto, Norteño, because you're all over the place, and that's the best part.
Yes, I've been charting Tejano's Latinos Unidos record pool. I've been charting there. I know other radio stations like Más Chingón Radio in San Luis Potosí, Mexico. I mean, lately I haven't been keeping up with it, so I'm not sure if I am right now. But I know I've been. It was really good news to receive the year, and I was already on 3 countdowns, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. It never gets old for me. It always surprises me every time I am on these countdowns, and it tells me, it's like an reassurance you are on the right track. So keep doing what you're doing.
Oh yeah, and like I told you that from the beginning. Like, hey, no matter what bullshit, always keep on going.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if I had stopped to listen to everything that came my way, I wouldn't be here right now. It's just like they say, you're that. Like they say, people think that they bury you, but they were actually planting you.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a nice little tree now.
And the best part too is you have branched out because, like, even doing freestyle and helping out and doing those type of events, because you're doing so many different events as well. Like you're booked almost all the time. I see.
Yes, Marco's really good about that. She's really good about making the calls. Looking, the scouting and all of that. So yes, she's very good at that. So I'm very grateful for her energy, her work ethic. So yes, she makes it possible. Of course, it all comes down to Liz Garcia at the end. But yeah, she is doing that part, and which I really do appreciate. I have opened for Amanda Perez. I've opened for the Cover Girls. I've met Trinier on a personal level. So many artists from the freestyle that I've met so far. I've opened for Diana Reyes, Michael Salgado, Roberto Pulido, Montes de Durango, even though I do things the way I do, I've been out there literally putting in the work.
Yeah. And
because I do everything that everybody else out there does, or more, because I am a person that has to be working all the time. That's one thing I am very proud of. I'm very proud to say I'm not afraid of working. Um, and I've accomplished everything, not because it's been served on a silver platter, because I've been out there putting in the work.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we talk about a lot is like, okay, the more work you put in, of course, people are going to see it. People are going to notice, and of course, they book you. They see what you are able to do, and of course, like you're always on social media, TikTok, y también the Facebook Live, Instagram. Like I just love seeing that you're all over the place. Like I was happy hearing your song on TikTok. I'm like, yes, like I can use it as well.
No, thank you. Yeah, that's my reaction every time when I hear my music being played. So yes, thank you.
And with me, it's like, okay, well, learning more about the TikTok algorithm, how that works, and it's like, okay, gotta get more to how the music played. Like, gotta make sure that this artist get played because, like, it has to be the certain amount, but I want to make sure that they get played.
Yeah, and it's very hard, being that I mainly manage, well, I manage all my pages. I have Liz Garcia La Cantante, a verified page on Facebook. I have my two profiles. The first one, Liz Garcia, which is Facebook one. I'm there all the time. Facebook two, I go over there, but it's not as often as I'm on one. And then I have a page, Liz Garcia Music, another one that I'm trying to grow. I have a group. I love Liz Garcia. I do have Instagram, Liz Garcia La Cantante. I have TikTok, Liz Garcia Music, Liz Garcia La Cantante. I'm trying to keep up. My YouTube channel, Liz Garcia La Cantante Music. And it's a lot. For one person, it's a lot, And I wish I could go like before and answer every single comment, but, it's just impossible. And I knew it was going to get to that point. I just try to explain it to my fan base, I remember, guys, it's 137,000 of you.
Yeah.
There's only one Liz Garcia. It's a lot of people. And, for the most part, I think everybody understands that. And, I'm just happy that they continue staying here with me and supporting what I do.
Yeah, I know. I have been a proud supporter and, like, love helping you out as much as I can. And, like,
I appreciate you.
And just the Hound of Spotlight Radio, of course, like, we're going on our anniversary, and, of course, like, you're one of the artists that I mentioned all the time. It's like, okay, I broke Liz Garcia. I was like, I broke her because I was like, it's a big achievement. I was like, it's a big achievement because now from when we first started as the TTMA, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. And I've done a lot in 7 years.
Yeah,
a lot.
And that's the main thing too, is you have done a lot. You have, and it's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of forget, how far or everything that I have gone through to get to this point. I'm just that kind of person, I just try to keep the negative out. Because if I was one of those people that dwelled on all that, I wouldn't be doing anything. But I do sometimes get a little nostalgic, and I start thinking about it. I'm like, wow, what if I did listen to this post that was sent to me this many years back? What if I did listen to these people that said this or that? I guess that's one thing about me is that I thought, okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm on my way. Bye. I'm gonna continue. That's just who I am, and I try to keep all the negativity out. And before, people would get it has taken me a lot. A lot of people now it's come down to a point when they say, she thinks she's all that. I'm like, no, I am a business owner, so I mean business.
Yeah.
Before, I was still trying to mold myself into who I am becoming, because I am changing. I have changed so many things that I used to do before that I don't do now. I let a lot of people get away with a lot of things, a lot of people, some still slip through, but it's gonna come down to that point where you're gonna hear this Garcia and you're not gonna want to mess with me because I mean business.
Yeah.
No me voy a dejar, estuvo bueno. It's like because this, you guys that have been here since the beginning, you guys have seen how much I've gotten thrown at, like how much stuff people have thrown at me. And okay, fine. To a point, I get it. I get it because, like I said, I didn't come from music. I basically grew up before your eyes on social media. Like I said, I do come out of Facebook, but it's just the thing that's never gonna change, and I think people already put it in their mind. There could be 5 people doing the same thing I'm doing, exactly the same thing. They're artists, but this Garcia is just a tech singer. It's just karaoke. So that's the one thing. That mentality is never gonna change. There's a lot of people out there that still do that, and they still look down on me for that. But you know what? It's okay. It's their opinion, not mine. They can continue thinking whatever they want. I'm gonna continue going because I still see my vision. I still want to go where I see myself, and they're not gonna stop me.
Yeah.
They haven't stopped me till today. It's not gonna happen. The only one that can stop me is God. He's gonna say, okay, Liz, hasta aquí llegaste, ya estuvo. Other than that, as long as I can do it, I'm gonna continue.
And también just the way that you are and the way you have been with the industry, and of course you're a fighter no matter what. So that's one of the things I do enjoy, and I do love seeing about you is that no matter what, you never gave up. Like we go through the same thing too. That we get a lot of shade from people, and it's like, oh yeah, no, like you just want to go and help out the horrible singers, and it's like, ¿sabes qué? Like I'm making awesome artists. Like I'm making sure people get their dreams come true, and it's not all about me. It's about you guys.
Yeah. And I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a mutual thing because I've encountered some people out there that say, well, because of me, you get your music played. And then, like, I've always wanted to tell them that and come back at them and tell them, you know what, because of me, you have that music, so you can continue.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I would never say it porque no me gusta. I don't like to argue, no me gusta ser grosera, but then to a point where it kept coming and coming at me that I said, you know what, put down, shots are fired. Van a fregar conmigo, you're going to hear what I have to say. It's enough. Yeah, estuvo bueno. A person can only take so much, Oh, and yeah. It's not because I love getting picked on and just putting my head down. No. Don't get the wrong idea with me. The thing is with me, I don't like to waste my energy on somebody that already thinks one way about me. My thing is that if that's how you feel about me, there's nothing that I'm going to do to change your mind. If you want to change your mind, that's going to be on you. I am not going to sit here trying to convince you otherwise. So you're going to want to be like that, then you continue being like that. Move away. Step aside, because I'm still going to continue doing my thing. I don't like to argue. No me gusta, unless I really have to, right? I don't like to blow things out of proportion. There's been a lot of cases where I could have made a big thing about it, of things that have been done to me that they wouldn't do to other artists. But I'm like, you know what? God is watching. God is holding me by my hand. He'll take care of you. And he will. And I've seen it. He has. So I don't like to make big scenes about anything tampoco. I don't like that kind of attention. No me gusta el drama. And I do notice that every time that I do, that the times that I have spoke, I spoke my truth when things that people are trying to aim at me, that's when people try to come at me with all the attention. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to sing. I'm here for my voice. I'm here for my talent. I'm here for what I'm doing. If you're going to come only when it's drama, then you're not a fan. You're just a spectator. So you can stay over there.
Yeah.
So por eso me gusta try to keep things just okay. Everything behind doors. Like in the background. I don't like to be drama. I don't like to be oh, did you hear that this person doesn't like you? Or this person over here. There's like, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you. There has been a couple of times that I'm impulsive and me gana el coraje, and I do and I go like tell them what I think. But it's probably been 2 or 3 times in the 7 years that I've been doing this. Other than that, it's like it's okay. That's all right. That's how they feel. That's how they're gonna continue thinking. So es que no me gusta. I've never been a fan of drama. Never. And if I see it going on, hey, do you, váyanse para allá. I don't want to be involved. I don't like it. I don't like that kind of attention. I don't want to have that kind of attention, that kind of following. If they're just going to be bringing me drama and negativity, I don't like that. I'm trying to keep my pages, everything that I do, as positive as I can. For the meanwhile, I can control that, of course. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I focus on. So no me gusta estar peleando, no me gusta estar discutiendo, nada de eso. I don't like it at all. Pero no me voy a dejar. That's one point I want to make clear.
Yeah, like that. And that's the best part about you is para nada. You don't ever do that. And look at what it has done. You have won a TTMA award. You won all these various awards, and it's like, you see? But estás chingona. Like that's how it is. Like, oh, and my mom's like telling me to say hi to you porque she's listening in the other room. She's like, tell Liz hi. And
hi, Mariana. Un abrazo grande. Qué linda. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Bendiciones siempre.
Yeah, she's jamming out to your album también. Aww. She was jamming out to it in the car. She's like, oh, good, you get to interview Liz today. And I was like,
she's so sweet. I haven't seen her in forever. But I know. I've seen Maria there. So yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, and with her just being a supporter, and she's like, we were talking today to you just about how awesome your growth is. And it's like, wow, we all grew together in this industry a little bit more. And
it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
And
oh my gosh.
But that's why we have friendships like we do. Like, I know for sure, okay, well, I know for sure you're always going to be around, and we're going to have music no matter what from you, and we're going to have interviews, and we're going to branch off and do different things because, hey, Liz is there, and all these other artists that we help out are going to be there. And, of course, getting into the anniversary of Tejano Spotlight Radio, like you're one of our achievements. You're one of our, like, people that why we started Tejano Spotlight, why there's always a spotlight.
Thank you.
And why the spotlight shines on our spotlight artists like you. So I'm so proud. Amiga, I'm just so happy that all this has happened to you, and now on the third album, and I can't wait until the fourth album comes out.
Thank you. Yeah, on the fourth album, I put a lot of pressure on myself every time I'm working towards an album, because it's self-funded. I have to pay everything out of pocket. Of course, I do have a little bit of help, like here and there, but it's not anything that's going to tell you, here, Miss Garcia, your problem is solved, go record your album tomorrow. It's not going to be like that either. So I'm very grateful for everybody that has come up to me and say, well, here's $20, here's $50. Son contadas las personas que me han ayudado. So everything that you see as far as, the registrations, the platforms, the cover, like everything that you see, accessories, the image part, everything, I invest a lot of money into this. That's why when people tell me out there, to this day, and you know that, I don't have a band. And it's probably not even going to happen from the way everything's going. But you know what? I still get booked. And I still have a lot of people out there that that believe in what I do and believe in my talent. Everywhere I go, gracias a Dios, I walk out of there with new fans, and I am very appreciative of that. And but I do everything that a regular artist does. It's like the ones that have a band. I just don't have the drama and the moving parts. That's all I don't have, and I'm kind of happy that way. But it is like I said. By the way, things are going. It's been 5 years that I've been looking for a band and nothing todavía. So I'm kind of getting the idea that it's not going to happen. And it's not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so sad if it never happens. Oh no, that's not a priority in my book. I'm gonna continue working, doing my thing, continue growing. Hopefully, I can get to where I see myself. It's like Margot laughs because I told her when she first started. I said I have a 10-year window to do a lot of things, and that Tejano Music Award is one of them. So gracias a Dios, I got a Tejano Music Award, and I have three more left. Hopefully, I get to accomplish the things that I see myself in. And of course, I mean, whether it continues or it stops, I made my dream come true with Es Mejor Decir Adios, the very first song that I wrote. I wrote it, I sang it, I recorded it, I sent it to the fans, to the radio, and that was it. It's just that the fans kept asking for more, and that's why I'm still here writing and singing for you.
Yeah, and of course, with the latest single, Bailale. Híjole.
Yes. That's an original song también. And it's a made up story. A lot of people thought that I had a widow out there in the crowd throwing me kisses. No, it's like I said, I am a storyteller by nature. As far as my songs are concerned, I put things that I've seen, things that have been confided, or just things that I know that will catch people's attention, and this is one of them. And it's like a lot of people think, oh, she has somebody out there throwing her kisses and Güero is dancing to her song. Like, okay, find them for me. Let me see, where's he at? I need to hire him to dance. So Bailale is it's a different style. I've been, like I said, I've been working. I'm very grateful to work with my producer, Roberto Aristabriones. He's really good at what he does. The band that works with me in Mexico, La Elegancia Hermanos Olguín. My studio here in San Antonio with Tony Terrazas. I'm very grateful for all of them. That they. First of all, they had a lot of patience with this Garcia. When I first started, I didn't even know what the heck I was doing, but I was doing it. So I'm very grateful for their patience, Until this day, I tell Roberto, I'm like, I think Tony wants to throw the keyboard or the glass at me. But it's fine. It's like those are memories because I don't know, he's so patient. I get frustrated. I don't want to do anything anymore. And he's like, let's continue. We have an album to record. I'm like, okay. So, it's just sometimes that I just can't get attached. Like, I can't get something and then, I got to continue. I want to say thank you to them, God put them in my path for a reason, I'm very happy to continue working with them. So, yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy journey. So, yeah, like I said, my dream came true at song number 1. That everything else is going the way it's going, it's all that work that I put into, and I chose to believe in myself just like everybody else did. And yes, Bailale it's an awesome song for you guys to dance to. A little different. We're incorporating the norteño with the Tejano. And somewhere in there we're putting a little twist of regional, but it's all changing.
Yeah.
Everything changing.
And that's the best part about the industry right now. It's all over the place, but it sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm. And with me, from what I've gathered from everybody that I've done interviews with, everybody's told me that I have a fresh sound, and it's different. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that. I'll continue with that.
Yeah.
So whatever works out there, right?
Yeah.
And some people are like, well, she's not Tejano enough. I'm like, I never said I was. I'm in the Tejano industry, but I didn't say I was Tejano.
Yeah.
So it's whatever I want to make of it because I'm independent. I'm my own boss. I'm the owner. I'm the CEO, guys. I do whatever the heck I want with my music. And the best thing about it is that my fan base likes it. So that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, and that's the best part too, and that's why I love playing your music. Of course, Tejano Spotlight Radio is an independent station as well. So that's why we don't do charts. That's why everyone gets equal play, and we're one of the only stations that does that. We don't do any of that. We basically make sure everyone gets played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's the best. The best thing about everything is the inclusion. I mean, like in my case, inclusion. I include my fan base. Of course, they don't know every step I'm making as far as business is concerned, but I try to keep them on the loop. Okay, guys, it's whatever, whatever, like, or discuss something.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best part of them being in the front row seat with me. It's like they get to see everything before everybody else out there in the real world, like I say, out here in the live world. They get to see everything before anybody else out there. So, and I think that I believe, and I choose to believe that they like that I do that, and they like that I do that. So I just hope that they continue staying with me, the ones that have been here with me, and the ones that are jumping on board. They continue staying with me, and que Diosito quiera, and I continue getting a bigger fan base out there everywhere I go. Like I said, one thing about Liz Garcia that you must know, when there's a venue and there's not a lot of people, what I like to do, I like to go table by table. And I'll ask them, hey, how did you like it? Did you like it? Did you enjoy the show? That's how I get my feedback right from the horse's mouth. So I love doing that. Whenever it's possible, I will do it. I used to do it all the time, and Margot couldn't keep up with it. She would be right behind me, like trying to pass out cards, and like she just kept going with everybody in the crowd. I mean, it's a good thing to do, and it's also a bad thing to do because sometimes you're at a bar and some people are like a little one drinks too many, so it's not a really good idea. And then of course I don't like to. Sometimes my husband does that. He likes going with me, but of course my husband doesn't like to be in the limelight. So I try to, now that Margot's on board, like I try to take Margot to walk with me, but sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes it's not. So I kind of test out the audience, and then, but I love to have that feedback, and I want to hear it from people. And so a lot of people will tell me, you know what, your show was awesome. It's different. We're not used to that, but it was awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm definitely going to come out to another show. So that's what I want to hear. I want that feedback because everybody's so used to the artist with the band on stage and we're moving parts. And in my case, it's just this Garcia. That's it. My interaction through the microphone with the audience and what I'm doing up there, and that's it. So there's always older couples and that I want to hear that feedback from, and they're like, well, we're so used to the band, but your way is good too. We love it. Like, okay, so thank you so much. That's what I want to. That's what I want firsthand. I don't want it for it to come through Facebook. I don't want it for somebody to tell me. I want to hear it myself. So that's why I do that. So yeah, sometimes I'm crazy for doing it, but yeah, I had stopped doing it a little bit because of COVID. But now that COVID is not so much out there, I kind of still go out there and try to interact with the people.
And any upcoming events?
Yes, we're actually going to be in Poteet at the Backyard Kitchen on February the 10th. That's an event brought to you by Espino Entertainment. That's Margot Espino. She's my agent. It's her event, and I'm going to be out there sharing the stage with my awesome friend, Cuban Diva. I'm going to be taking my style, the norteño tejano, with the small or tiny bit of regional in there, and Cuban Diva with her reggaeton music. So we're going to be in Poteet on February the 10th, so hopefully everybody can join us out there. They have awesome food, and you definitely want to be part of that. So yes, it's BYOB, great food, great music, and you get to come and see me perform live. So that's one. And then of course we're going to be at the San Antonio Rosa Corn Festival in March. I'm not too sure about the date. I believe it's it's 2 days. I believe it's the 23rd. I believe. Not too sure on that one, but it's going to be here in San Antonio, and then I'll be back to Poteet, Texas, around the Strawberry Festival on the last day to the Backyard Kitchen again. So I'll be performing again out there with Cuban Diva. I have a major festival to announce for the summer. I'm gonna be back in Austin. I have several that have been confirmed already. So thank God, a lot of these shows are repeats that I've done before. So that's a really good thing for me because that means that they like what I do, and the fan base requests Garcia to go back.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. And of course we love it when you come on the show, and this was another awesome interview.
Thank you.
I want to thank you. I want to thank Margot for allowing me to do this interview. And of course, the listeners that are listening in, también on the TuneIn app, Live 365. And of course, our podcast listeners as well. Thank you guys for listening to the show. And Liz, any more shout outs?
Yes, a shout out to each and every one of you listening to this right now, whoever's going to be listening to it later. Thank you so much for the love and support. You guys know that. I'm very appreciative of you being present all the time. Thank you. Thank you. To you, Daniel, thank you so much for always playing Let's Garcia music. I know everybody goes their way, but eventually we come back and we share a story once again, in an interview. So thank you. I know it's been a while since I had talked to you, but hey, I really do appreciate all the love and support since day one. It sure means a lot.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate you too. And I would like if you will introduce your latest single, Bailale.
Sure. So it's Bailale. It's an original song by Liz Garcia. But before we go to that, I want to invite everybody to follow me on all social media platforms, Liz Garcia La Cantante. On Facebook, Liz Garcia Music on Facebook, Liz Garcia. I have Facebook 1 and 2. I love Liz Garcia on Facebook. I am on Instagram, Liz Garcia La Cantante. I'm on YouTube, Liz Garcia La Cantante Music. I do have 2 music videos out there for 2 original songs from Liz Garcia. I'm on TikTok, Liz Garcia Music. Follow me everywhere, guys. My music is available everywhere, in every platform under Liz Garcia. Any platform, you just look for Liz Garcia. I do have 30 songs out there. Out of those 30 songs, I did write 21. Bailele is one of the original songs that I wrote. And don't go anywhere. Wait. Listen to my new song, Bailele. It's going to be on album number 3, Pisando Fuerte, in every platform, or I have physical copies. So, ahí les va. Bailele by Liz Garcia.
Eso, ¿dónde está el güero? Yo te veo mandándome besitos. Me encanta verte a ti como menes tu cuerpecito al ritmo de mi cumbia, mi güerito consentido. Cuando tú bailas se alborota todo el mundo. Siguen muy bien tus pasos al ritmo de esta cumbia. A mí me encanta cómo bailas. Te das de vueltecita, siempre pierdo la cordura. Bailale, 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 güerito. Muévete, chiquito. Ya empieza el calorcito con tu meneíto. Bailale, 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 güerito. Muévete, chiquito. Disfrútalo, muévelo. Ya empieza el calorcito con tu meneíto. Ey, ey, ey. No que no bailaban. Puro Liz Garcia, bailele. Cuando tú bailas al ritmo de esta cumbia, las muchachas te hacen rueda y buscan tu atención mientras tú a mí me haces ojitos. Bailale que bailale, güerito consentido. Cuando tú bailas se alborota todo el mundo. Siguen muy bien tus pasos al ritmo de esta cumbia. A mí me encanta cómo bailas.